Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about how to set a healthy boundary at work. The reason why I want to talk about this topic is because some of you already know probably, I haven't posted anything over the past 7 weeks, almost 2 months. It's because I was so caught up at work. I was doing audit busy season. Probably most of you already know audit busy season was quite intense and demanding and long hours. So let's get started. What is a boundary then? So by the definition of Cambridge Dictionary, a boundary is a rule or imagined line that marks the edge or limit of something, or it's the limit of a subject or principle. And also it's the limit of what someone considers to be acceptable behavior. So it all mentioned about the limit. So first of all, you need to set your limits, because if you don't do that, people could potentially cross the line all the time without even acknowledge that. I once heard one sentence and I feel that's very correct, which is you teach people how to treat you by what you allow, what you stop, and what you reinforce. Yeah, that's very, very true, because if you don't tell people, how do they know what you like or what you don't like? For example, if you have to pick up your kids by certain time during the day, you have to let people know, and you have to leave by certain time. For example, 4 p.m. or 3 p.m. in the afternoon, you have to just log off and go to pick up your kids. I know it's a bit hard during this pandemic environment because we're all work virtually at home. So just make sure you do what you have to do, because the work can never be done. There is always work, but you also have some certain responsibilities and obligations you need to do. So once you know your limit, you need to communicate it to your team clearly and confidently. For example, if you don't want your team member to contact you all hours, you need to make it clear during certain hours, or by which time you are available. So in that way, people would know when to contact you. If you don't wish to be contacted on vacation, unless it's emergency cases, then you need to clearly state it to your team members what scenarios could be an emergency, so that they know. So once your boundary got violated, you have to communicate it clearly immediately, because it's better to address it at the moment rather than wait. Next one is ask for help if needed or delegate more. So it depends on your position. First of all, for more junior staff, it's probably more about ask for help if needed. So when you have a long list of tasks, maybe what you could do is go to your manager, sit down with the manager and go through the task list allocated to you and see which ones are more urgent than the others, and prioritize those. If possible, if it's too much on your plate, you could ask for maybe task reallocation, so that you don't feel overwhelmed, or in the end of the day, the work could finish in the end as a whole. So for example, for me, currently I'm on audit job, but because I'm not from audit team, right? I just helped audit team during this busy season. Therefore, I don't really have that intense audit knowledge. But when they allocated the tasks, they allocated based on the headcount. I don't think they really took my non-audit background into consideration when they allocated the tasks. So when I saw the tasks list allocated to me, I was a bit overwhelmed and I feel a bit stressed over a few days. actually quite stressed, I should say. Yeah, so after talk to a few people who are very close to me, yeah, I decided I have to be very frank and very honest about my concern. Like, just tell them what I can do and what I can't. So yeah, which I did, and in the end, some of the tasks were reallocated to other people, and I feel so much better afterwards. It's better to raise it earlier than later because you don't want to wait until the last day of the engagement and tell them, oh, you haven't done one, two, three, four, which you're supposed to do, like 1 week ago. So once you know all the logic and once you know your limit, you need to practice like saying no to people. I know it's probably hard actually do it, even though you know all the logic behind it. So you can start with some easy, low risks situations to practice saying no to people. Maybe start from outside work. So most people probably have that no muscle already, but the problem is to practice muscle more. First of all, you need to stop thinking no is a negative word. Do not think no is a negative word. It all depends on how you say it and whom you say it to. For example, whenever people ask for help at work, the first thing you should say is not yes. It's not yes to everyone. It's I think the more appropriate way is ask more questions when people ask for help. You need to really understand what people need, what people want before you get started. Because, I realize that a lot of times people don't even know what they need the help. They are not even clear on that before they ask for your help. So if you help and could be a waste of time or could be something you don't even know how to do it. So the first thing I suggest you should do when people ask for your help at work is to sit down with them, talk through the problems, talk through what they need from you. So after 5 to 10 minutes, surprisingly, you probably would realize that, oh, I can't actually do that task. Or what they actually mentioned before is totally different from what they actually want. Yeah. So that's a very important way. Do not say yes to people. Ask for help at work immediately. Always try to understand what they really want first. So those are the 4 ways to help you to set a healthy boundary at your workplace. Hopefully you found this helpful. If though, please make sure you like my video and subscribe my channel. I will make sure I post videos regularly. Thanks for your time to watch it. Please remember, employees are the happiest and most productive are those who set boundary, and people who set limit get respect because they do show respect for themselves.